So, you want to SS DMC3, specifically on DMD. Well, I did it twice. Once with Dante and once with Virgil. But this ain't about him. Yet. And I'll be showing you how I did it, the things that worked for me, and the strats I used. And if I did it, I'm sure you can too. But, how does one obtain an SS rank? Well, it's simple. All you have to do is achieve an S rank in all 5 categories: time, orbs, style, items, and most importantly, damage. Why is damage so important, you ask? Because we are doing this on DMD, and on DMD only, to achieve an S rank, you have to take 0 damage whatsoever. That's right, this will be a no damage run on the hardest difficulty in the game. But before we begin, let me just say, this will be done on a gold save file with turbo mode off. This will come up later. Also, this series will assume a couple of things. First off, that you have DMD unlocked to begin with. You have a maxed out DT bar, a fully maxed out, or at least very close to it, health bar, all styles maxed out and at level 3, all weapon moves purchased, and finally, all guns upgraded. With all that being said, let's rock! Alright, so mission 1, pretty simple, the easiest mission in the run, and a good introduction to how it's going to go. All you gotta do is beat these guys up and not get hit. Stay away from the bomb guys when they explode, and always target the lust, the red guys, first. Pretty self-explanatory, so I'll be using this time to talk about a very important mechanic that we will be using going forward: DTE, or Devil Trigger Explosion. By holding down the DT button instead of just pressing it, you will begin to charge up the notches on your DT gauge, indicated by them glowing red. When all 10 notches are glowing, your DTE is maxed out, and if you now release the button, it will instantly expend all your DT and release a huge explosion, dealing massive damage and sending most enemies flying back. It's a good panic button if you need to use it, but as soon as you start holding the DT button, do not let it go until you're ready to use it. The only way to cancel a DTE already in motion is to hit the pause button, let go of the DT button, and unpause. Also, fun fact, a lot of people say the game never mentions this mechanic or explains it, but that's actually not true. If you have tutorials turned on, at the beginning of Mission 8, the game actually roughly explains it and calls it Devil Trigger Flux. So technically, it should be called DTF. Actually, let's just call it DTE. Now then, with that explained, let me quickly mention taunting, as it somewhat ties into this. By taunting near an enemy, you will gain 2 or 1 DT notches depending on your distance between you and your opponent, and it will raise the style meter by 1 letter grade. Very important for getting a high style rank and maximum style points. But don't just go spamming it, as it has about a 5-second cooldown between each successful taunt, but it does cause the style meter deterioration. So if you aren't doing anything currently to keep style up and are in range, do a taunt. It'll buy you a second of time, by which point hopefully you'll be able to attack again. Also, while going over it, I should also mention, remember when I said you have to be near your opponent for the taunt to apply? Well, if you hit the taunt button while your opponent is near and then they run away or teleport away, it will still apply. And that concludes Mission 1. Hope you enjoyed and learned something. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye!